hit that button a little too soon. Fail production today, gods. I used all my production juice on the show yesterday, and now I'm still.
It's okay.
Still
At least you didn't do the the entire introduction. Like I once went like a full 3 or 4 minutes before I put the mics on, so
like,
it could have been much worse.
Yeah.
But
so we've got game 2 for our NA coverage today. Day 3 of NA. It is Team Dog versus Osiris.
a good game to me. This is one of the kind of more interesting matches today. At least potentially closer matches. Osiris have had some impressive Dota matches.
Yeah. It's been pretty good. I'm making sure my overlays are looking solid, and I think they are. Let's take a look at this draft. We've got Osiris on the Dire side up against Dog on the Radiant. Drafters today will be Classic, drafting for Osiris, and PyCat is actually drafting for Team Dog.
Yeah, so PyCat, Misery, Fogged, MSS, and Smolgalig. This is the main 5, as far as I know, because Dogs had Demon on the roster for a while. They had Mason, but Demon seems to be more or less not a part of the team at this point.
Right.
That's what he was saying on his stream yesterday.
So on this overlay, it's MSS who is here instead of Demon. So go ahead and just update that for y'all. There you go, MSS. So, how's this draft looking here? Nature's Prophet Mirana picked up by Osiris, Naga Siren, Ancient Apparition. Probably a safe assumption that Team Dog will be making that a farming Naga.
10 seconds
Yes,
remaining.
But a good flex pick.
it is flexible, but I would say more likely whether it's like a mid Mirana or a safe lane. Maybe they haven't even it's one of those things they can pick and decide later on, depending on what they want what they're up against. Farming Naga are pretty good against dealing with a Nature's Prophet split push and stuff, so yeah, a nice pick all in all.
Yes, sir. Looking at the bans, everything pretty straightforward. Nyx Assassin, Lycan, Starladder, and the dreaded Invoker. Interesting to see Invoker make it that far into the drafting stage. He's been first ban material for quite a while now, and usually teams are pretty eager to scoop him up if he's left in the pool. But Osiris, I haven't seen them play much Invoker, and I want to say that someone from Team Dog has a decent Invoker, but perhaps not.
PyCat used to be one of the best Invokers. He plays support now though. But back in the days, he was like one of the best Invokers in the world. So Misery's he's not bad. MSS I imagine could play the hero, but I haven't actually seen an MSS Invoker before, I don't think. So
yeah,
maybe it's just not a hero that they really want to use themselves.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You've got an addiction to reading Twitch chat.
I have a problem, guys. I need help.
10 seconds
I need a support system here. So yeah, we'll see. Earthshaker, not bad. Whoa, there's that Centaur. So we talked about Centaur a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan of Centaur.
You are, really?
I think he's pretty cool.
Do you think he's cool, or do you think he's strong, or both?
I think both.
Okay.
Definitely.
Where does he fit in best? That's where I struggle with
offlane only.
Offlane only?
Yep.
So
you can maybe, if you want to have the supports rotating around there and kind of as a semi-trial. If your safe lane farmer has a good 1v1 matchup, you can put the supports up there with the Centaur, but Centaur needs levels to start doing damage output.
Now, is he one of these offlaners kind of like Tide where he needs kind of a 1v1 matchup, or is he a true 1v3 offlaner, throw him to the wolves and he can hold his own?
Can hold his own. He's more like a Bristleback. He's very similar to Bristleback because the way you play him is you get return at level 1. So Bristleback, you try and go on him, he quills you and he has his passive which negates a lot of the damage and you die if you try and go on him. Centaur's the same thing with supports harassing. With level 1 return and stout shield, they take more damage than they deal to you a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So that's Team DK from China's been doing a lot of this offlane Centaur with Ice playing him. He goes Stout Shield, gets 8 tangos in a salve, it has tons of regen, goes to the offlane, gets level 1 return, and just annoys supports.
Alright, well, we'll see if that's how they want to lane him. The last few times I've seen Centaur, it's actually been a tri-lane Centaur. And now it's interesting as well, based on what you just said, to see Team Dog grab Puck with their 4th pick. So that makes me wonder a little bit. It could just be Puck mid, Centaur offline, and then a try with Naga and Ancient Apparition. Could be Puck in an off lane, Naga mid, and then kind of a tri lane with Centaur. There are a lot of different ways that Team Dog could set up these lanes.
Yeah, they're quite flexible here. I imagine we may be looking at a Naga support at this point. with the Centaur off lane, the Puck mid, and then you're looking at just some kind of a tri-lane farmer now. I don't mind the Naga as like a core hero, but I kind of like a bit better mid. Maybe it could just be a safe lane farming Naga, but we'll see what they want to do.
Now Osiris with the big Dro Ranger final pick.
Yeah.
Woo!
Cool. I guess CM, so it is farming Naga.
Yeah, okay.
Roxy. Oh, Pycat picks it. I thought Pycat was playing support again. That's what Jimmy was saying yesterday. Jimmy was on the. For those of you who don't know, we have a new show called In the Studio. You should check out the VODs on YouTube. We had some cool guests yesterday. We had Demon, Fear, and Syndron on. We talked all things Dota 2 beyond the summit.
Dota 2, yeah.
Speaking of the summit, we've got the tournament announced, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's exciting. Now we can start talking about it. I'm still used to it being so secret.
Yeah.
It's like I worked it out of my public spiel. Now we can be like, oh, by the way, we'll see these guys at the summit, and start teasing things a little bit.
But Jimmy was saying Pycat's like trying to be the. I mean, his words was he's trying to be the next Pylai Die. Like he's playing support. He's trying to be this big captain, but it looks like he's on the carry role here. So maybe he's not playing.
And will
support.
Will they swap? That's always a possibility.
Yeah.
But doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it at all. He's going mid as well, so it's a mid Naga Siren. Not to say that's unexpected, but
it's more just the player-hero combination. So
Pycat's back to mid? Is that what it is? Okay.
At least for now, it looks so. MSS
is this
solo safe lane Puck? And these are really strange lanes. I really don't know how Dog are going to set this up. Seeing Puck in the off lane is not the most mysterious thing, but
I think their offensive tri-lane maybe.
Osiris, they're going for level 1 Roche here, gods. Shh, don't tell anyone. I think there's a joke that you're supposed to insert here.
I almost made a joke, but I was like, I don't know if it's too soon.
Too soon, maybe. But it will get scudded out by the illusory orb. And now Osiris, they're in some trouble. Pycat in the front lines. He does have Riptide. Arrow actually connects on MSS, but the first blood comes out onto the Vengeful Spirit. Puck is second to fall. It's a 1-for-1 for now. But now Dog are starting to pursue up to the high ground. They'll be happy to take that first blood and run. Though there might be a reinitiate. A mana potion up on the Earthshaker. He's still short to grab the fissure. Very unfortunate. If only Classic had a little more mana, that would have been a much different story.
Well, a 1-1 trade. First blood going the way of Team Dog.
That was a huge victory for Dog. They stopped the Roche and get first blood.
Yeah,
I would.
It's a victory because Osiris aren't ready for these lanes. Like you've got a VS who's got level 1 Wave of Terror. Miranda's got level 1 Arrow, which is still okay. You'll hit level 2 easily enough in the offlane with the support.
And Naga was the one to get the first blood. So if this is a farming Naga, that's huge. Now she has Bottle from the start with
Quelling
the Quelling Blade.
Yeah,
that's really big.
It's going to be against a Dro Ranger at mid, so you have an interesting matchup here, and something which... it's a dual lane mid. Okay, these lanes make a lot more sense. The CM Naga are going to be dual laning mid. Centaur's here with an Invis rune, and this could be our third kill of the game. Osiris going to see
Osiris
himself go down.
See ya. Easy peasy. Now Osiris are really in big trouble. Dro is a hero that, at least in my opinion, does not play very well from behind. Would you second that notion?
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's easy, man. This guy goes 0-8 on Dro Ranger and wins games, so who knows?
Willez down bottom. He'll get picked off as well. That Chilling Touch in tandem with an illusory orb. A bit more than that Marana was ready to handle.
So, yeah, like a safe lane farming Puck wouldn't make sense in a tri-lane, but with the dual lane setup, this is actually not too bad here. It gives Pycat the support in mid lane to try to shut down the Dro, and it gives Puck an actual good killing combo here. The AA plus Puck is quite scary with two long-range heroes who can hit hard with Chilling Touch, and Puck can use his orb to engage and then get in for the Chilling Touch hit. So,
well, and look at this Ice Vortex at level 2, buffing up Puck's damage a little bit more.
Yeah.
A lot of
I don't think you need
heroes.
the Cold Feet. I think Cold Feet is kind of useless in this lane.
Yeah.
I think you're much better off getting Vortex and Max Chilling Touch. Maybe he gets 1 in Cold Feet at like level 4, but he'll get Chilling Touch at level 3, I imagine.
Yeah, I would definitely assume so. And like, I mean, Fogged is just sitting in that tree line, harassing as best he can. And even though Patsol and Willez have what I would consider like a very killer duo lane, they're now kind of on the back foot a little bit.
And Centaur's in a 1v1 matchup top against Guanzo's Prophet, and this is actually okay for him. He's doing a decent amount of harass here. He's got the return, so even when Guanzo turns around and right-clicks him, it still takes a decent chunk himself.
Yeah, at level 1, let's see here, 16 damage, then 26% of strength. So that's a pretty solid amount of return damage. And that's one of the good things about Centaur is that return does scale as he grabs more strength items. Will be a haste rune picked up by Classic on the Earthshaker, still only level 1, but will be rotating down bottom, looking to set up a kill. He will find MSS. Wave of Terror, but that's it. No follow-up, no arrow.
That's a rotation here, and CM Misery's just rotated back in the jungle. The initial rice farming CM. This guy invented the Midas Crystal Maiden, and also just invented getting goddamn filthy rich on Crystal Maiden. He loves farming his CM, and I don't know. I don't think we see much Midas CM anymore. It's kind of a
yeah, that fell by the wayside.
Thing.
Now it's the Ancient Apparition Midas that we see, at least every so often. Still not very common, but we did see it once today.
Apart from the A, not that many supports go Midas. Maybe if you get like a ton of kills early and you can get a reasonable time on it. But for the most part, we don't see that many Midas supports anymore.
Yeah. So everything sort of falling into line here. 3 minutes, 4 kills on the board already, but it's certainly quieted down quite a bit. Pycat is doing a great job in the mid lane.
Bottom lane, they popped the Chilling Touch. There's your Ice Vortex. Patsol's just going to straight up die.
Yeah.
He's got no way out. Can't get a stun off even. And that's that, yeah. He's the second point in Vortex. Who needs Cold Feet? This is, I think, the right build for this lane. He will have some mana problems. He has to be very kind of conservative with his Ice Vortex usage, but...
CM will help with that, though.
Yeah, that's...
some synergy across these heroes, for sure.
Very true.
And
anyway,
Speaking
of CM, smoking top.
Yep. And anyway, the point I wanted to make, Pycat farming very well on this solo mid Naga. Needs to be a little careful now, actually. He'll take some arrows to the face. And,
top lane, though.
Takes a, fissure, but not enough. Guanzo, easy kill coming out.
I was about to say, he doesn't want to use double edge there with a big creep wave on him, because Smul may have actually almost died to it, but I think he bought a Salve. Yeah, Salve's coming top with his Trenkle Boots.
Yeah, so now Team Dog are in good shape. I think you can label this bottom lane of victory. MSS has already picked up 2 kills. And
all 3 lanes have been won.
Now Centaur and Dro is sort of holding her own now. She's at least made some recovery farm. 19-2 against the 23-2 Pycat. So in terms of raw CS, they're about even. Pycat's still ahead.
Oh, Patsol may go down here. MSS got a very aggressive there with the Chilling Touch. Oh, he only just gets the Chilling Touch. Sorry about that. And they're going to see him salve up, gets the kill.
Wow. Well played by the Puck.
Venge couldn't go back in. Patsol was just too low. He salves up afterwards, but...
yeah. Well done by MSS, though. I thought he might fall there at the end, but gets the salve into the phase shift, buys himself some time. And
very rarely do you see like all 3 lanes won for a team, but that's exactly what's happened here, and that's like a good sign that this game is not going well for Osiris.
Yeah,
they make it Stampede used and
getting a little bit aggressive. Yeah, that Stampede will come out at a good time.
Bottom lane.
Buy him plenty of time. We missed that one, but now Guanzo engaged on up top. That'll be a kill. So action in all 3 lanes simultaneously. Yeah. Caught 2 of the 3.
That Stampede helped bottom and top get a kill and helped Pycat survive mid. Like,
yeah, that was...
I don't think it was even intended to help Pycat, but it was
value Stampede right there.
He may have died there because the fissure followed up by the cold arrows would slow Pycat a lot, so he may have actually just straight up gone down. So that was, yeah, very good value from the Stampede. Ben would be impressed. He's all about that value.
Yeah.
Bottom lane there.
Fogged, yeah, he'll be in a bit of trouble. He takes a Sprout, arrow to the face. Nice kill for Osiris, but you know, it's only the AA.
Doesn't really matter. This AA is already huge. Not so much in farm, but hitting level 5 minutes in the game. His Ice Blast is going to come into play so early on. We saw like a few games ago, like Ice Blast not coming into play until like 14 minutes in, and well, we may see another kill.
Yeah, Osiris in some trouble. He's only level 5 as well. Puck coming in with the orb. They'll time it just about perfectly. Dro Ranger gets destroyed, but now Pycat, he's in some trouble. Oh, look at that
nice
cheeky play.
Blade.
He eats the tree, or probably cuts down the tree with a Quelling Blade. Misery taking some damage, but they won't have enough. Osiris, they were just kind of thrown off by that. They were expecting an easy kill on the Naga. Half of them wanted to pursue on the CM, half wanted to still pursue the Naga, and it resulted in no kills coming out in return.
Pycat's good at Donut Man.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
I mean, like way back in TI2 when he played for CLG, he really impressed me then. Like, he was the captain of the team. He was by far their standout star player, and he carried that team like to be one of the best teams in Europe at the time. But then when he went to LG International, he had some really impressive games as well. The team just didn't really gel together. So I think he's definitely by far the best free agent out there. I say free agent because Dog's like, Jimmy kind of said like Dog's not like a real team necessarily. It's like a group of like strong players teaming together. Yeah. I imagine having like TI4 in sights. Like if they get in the qualifiers, maybe they have a chance to qualify.
Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely right. They're sort of in that middle stage where they're a team that has 5 players that have a lot of raw skill and don't mind playing together. If they can win, that's great. But you know, they all have kind of their own interests at heart. It's not a true kind of team environment.
If you're a sponsor out there looking to like get a team, like do something around Pycat, whether it's this team, but he is by far like the most talented and one of the great captain as well. So
yeah, they do find a kill on Smuggling up top. But still, it was a 4-man rotation, so opened up plenty of room for this puck to keep farming down bottom, and also Naga farming in the mid. There will be a rotation up towards the top lane now as well as MSS ports up. I think the level chart is what's really scary in this game, though. You mentioned AA being leveled very well until just a moment ago. He was actually ahead of Dro Ranger in terms of levels. She just hit 7. AA is now 6 as we see that Ice Blast connecting with Venge in the top lane. But Dog just off to the races.
These guys
here.
are on a tear. Apparently, I saw someone. Now that I remember, someone mentioned between the last couple games, Dog also apparently just beat Cloud9 in the Dream League. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were casting during that, but nice to hear. Osiris, he'll get dropped in the bottom lane by Fogged and Smug. Easy peasy. This Dro Ranger, man. Osiris just can't pick up any momentum. He's already 0-3-1, only level 7. Has power treads up, but will only do so much.
It's a big Dog lead right now, and
big Dog lead.
Oh, Dog's such a good team name. Like you can do so much with that.
I feel like there are a lot of jokes that have yet to be discovered, like about pit bulls and mixed breeds, and
don't worry, man. I've got lots of dogs. I hope they keep this team name. I hope. I remember Jimmy replying to a Dignitas tweet. Hey, oh, we're picking up 2 new teams soon. He's like, woof woof. I hope Dignitas don't pick them up because I want to keep making. I've got some dog puns stored up, ready to go.
Oh yeah, you got to just waiting for the ideal opportunity. Oh, yeah. Gods, what do you call a bulldog mixed with a Shih Tzu?
I don't know.
A bullshit. Oh, you like that?
That's no, I don't like that.
Oh man, I like that joke. It's from Dumb and Dumber. Come on now. Oh. Anyway, Team Dog. Jokes aside, they are ahead by a pretty significant margin. Just about 4,000 gold, 4,000 experience. Pretty admirable considering we're only at the 9-minute mark.
Are you getting a bit lag here?
Yeah, okay. I saw it too. So it
I was lagging. I'm like, is it us? What happened? Players are getting it. Oh, yeah. Hopefully it's okay.
We may have a short pause though. No, it looks like it has just kind of recovered itself. Just a little server hiccup. So bottom tier 1 tower will take some pretty heavy pressure here from Smug, Misery, and MSS. They clear up the creep wave, and Osiris, they won't even contest.
You don't want to contest. They've all got chilling touch on them. Like this is max chilling touch. That's pain. You don't fight that.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. I hate when that happens. And you click on that one little part of the portrait and it goes into RP mode or whatever it's called. And oh god, Blink Dagger now up on the Centaur. He's level 8, but the initiation power that he has is it's pretty dirty at this point. There will be a swap in the top. Misery. Well, that'll be an easy kill for Osiris. But again, only on a Crystal Maiden. Not the biggest of deals. And they still won't be able to translate that into a tower push as Smug ports in.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to look towards...
Fogged?
Oh, it should be... Oops, TP Sprout. He's going to try TP out of this one. Not going to get out.
Ooh. Close call, but not enough.
Yeah, nicely played. Osiris getting a couple... These are kills on supports, but this is like... They just need whatever pickoffs they can get at this stage of the game. Like, they're not going to find kills on heroes like Centaur and Puck, who are so elusive and hard to kill. Both of those 2 heroes having their Blink Daggers as well.
The problem is, though, that, I mean, Team Dog are really happy just sacrificing their supports to create space for Pycat. He's got almost 3,000 gold in savings, so he's going to have a Radiance at a very, very scary timing here. That's what's scary. So even though they are kills coming out for Osiris, that's space created for their Naga, who is going to be out of control in 5 minutes or so.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow being used here. Are they trying to go in on top here? It looks like Pat Soul's looking to maybe engage.
And they'll find MSS doing some damage, but phase shift, orb out. Puck will survive. Stun out on Misery. Follow-up damage won't be there to secure the kill, but Puck actually does fall to Guanzo.
Yeah, that was the Prophet Ultimate. He didn't anticipate that damage, so the Prophet Ultimate hits him and then a Howl finished him off. Small may be in trouble. He's got Blink now, so gets out of there for now. The arrow actually missing from Willers. He was actually looking for the arrow that previously. Small, he gets it.
Look at that.
That one was just spoon-fed to him.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time.
There's
now
no leap.
Smug, very low.
Oh, man. This is bad.
Yeah,
they could get Willers if they want, but they're going to go for Pat Soul. I guess they maybe don't realize Leap's on cooldown. There's a Blink stun, though. Willers is dead.
Yep. Oh, Smug. 4 hit points to spare. Man's up with the double edge.
You can't actually suicide using double edge.
Right. Oh, I guess it was just took him below. Okay.
Yeah. His double edge got him to, I think, 1 HP.
Yep. Yep. I knew it wasn't lethal damage for the Centaur, but so man-ups from Smug right there, and Dog. Well, just furthering their lead, the top tower denied, but now Pycat will pressure this mid-tier 1 tower, and I don't think Osiris will be able to contest. And, well, that's at least a relic here for the Naga Siren. 4,000 gold in savings. We're literally looking at a 15-minute Radiance or so. Arrow, off the mark.
This is going to be really hard to turn around. The Radiance Naga Siren split push is just... So, not fun. Not fun. I worry for Osiris here. They're going to keep their T1 mid tower alive, which is pretty useful here. It's a pretty important tower to have, not to mention its gold, which will get Pycat as Radiance even faster. So slowing that down all you can is definitely worthwhile. But Pycat, level 11 now, has his relic. And, well, we're going to look at this mid lane engagement, I think.
Yep, Stampede to start things off. Puck goes in with a Dream Coil. Both Willez and Osiris get caught. Dodges the arrow. Osiris will be the first to go down. And that might be where this fight ends. No, maybe not. Now Smuggling taking a fair bit of damage. But he is one
MSS
tanky
played that
Centaur.
fight so nicely. The engagement was absolutely perfect. Centaur Small going to go back in. Only catches one with the stun, but MSS once again. What a double edge! Catches out two. The Naga actually finished them off with a Riptide, and they're going to lose the Nature's Prophet as well. This is
4-0.
We may almost just be looking at a GG call any minute because that Radiance Naga Siren is going to just... This Naga Siren is already ridiculously farmed, and you accelerate your farm with a Radiance because your illusions just farm like all the neutral camps on the map, all the lanes at once. So
usually with a Naga going Radiance, this is when your team is weak and it gets scary once the Radiance comes out, and then Naga has 20 minutes to farm up items. They're like handily winning before Naga gets Radiance. So now this feels like kind of the nail in the coffin to some degree.
Absolutely, and I'm not sure there's too much Osiris can do to turn something around. The Drow range is just way too underfarmed. It's going to be going for what looks just to be a casual... Pick up the Yasha and then maybe go back towards something like a BKB, but it's... And no one has anything as far as items go in. I think Misery may just be picking up his Midas just because of how well this game's going. He's probably thinking, guys, I just want my Midas.
Oh, Fog. He's taking some damage from Willez, but Will actually juke the arrow. Survives for now. Leap has already been used. Willez could be
Naga's
in some trouble.
looking for him, but
Naga only has
doesn't
brown
have the
boots,
chase.
though.
Yeah.
No Yasha or anything. So even though Naga's pretty speedy out of the gate, still not too fast.
Yeah. Once this Naga, I may
Actually,
even see
Willez
like,
only has brown boots too, so
Yeah.
he probably could have pursued that.
well, what 370 versus 350? Yeah. It's
There's
a very small margin. Yeah. Once Pycat may just go boots of travel now, and then then he'll be pretty speedy. But that just gives him such strong split pushing capabilities.
Yep. Oh, in the mid. We will see both Classic and Osiris get caught by Smug. Look at this damage coming out from the Centaur.
Dro's dying by just right-clicking Centaur. I don't think Dro wants to fight him. You're going to die to the return. Puck goes in. He's going to miss the orb, but is there a coil? He's got coil. He'll use it to get OSS. Centaur did end up going down to the Mirana, but it's a one-for-one trade. And oh, they're going to maybe lose ES. He's going to TP home. Oh, the Crystal Nova.
Yeah, they'll finish him off.
Misery.
Puck was going to grab the haste and then just turns to try and do more damage to the Earthshaker. Down bottom, Pycat is pressuring this tower. It looks like there is a Mirana nearby looking to line something up, but Willez cannot take a solo Pycat. This is a support Mirana. To the strictest sense of the definition, arcane boots and wards. That is it.
Yeah. Oh, Misery. No Midas for him. He's adapted. He's going for a fast blink here.
He's adapted, going for a fast blink. The Borg have adapted. Sorry, that was a lame Star Trek joke. I'm all about the lame jokes this game. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Are you a Star Trek guy, Gods?
No.
Jesus.
Battlestar Galactica, man.
Okay, well, I can respect that, even though it's not my cup of tea. Admirable. And Fogged, he'll walk right into Guanzo. Guanzo says, I'm trying to port out of here. Cold feet won't be enough. Close call, though. It's probably going to stun pretty soon.
No. The cold feet?
Yeah, the cold feet?
No. Once you get out of range, it doesn't stun you.
Right, he was standing on top of the cold feet. Like,
yeah, but he TP'd out.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, if he had TP'd a little bit later.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying he was going to like stun him like when he got back to base. I was
no,
like, what?
no. Yeah, no, it's not like
that's not how the skill works.
Yeah, no. Just like, it was I was trying to come and it was a good reaction to TP out right away, so Cold Feet didn't interrupt it.
Classic's gone, and that's with a Moonlight Shadow being used, so I don't think Osiris can really go back in. Arrow's still on cooldown. It actually flew in already, so without an arrow, they definitely don't want to take this fight, and there's sentries actually that gives vision.
Yep, and...
Willez needs to be careful here.
Arrow?
Gonna miss.
Yeah, Willez.
Doesn't even get a leap off.
He is dead. Smug has been on point with this Centaur, I have to admit. And he's actually going for a mech. He's reasonably close to it as well.
Yep. This is like the build we've been seeing coming out from like Ice on DK. He goes the Tranquil, Blink, and then mech. And it's a really powerful way to play an offlane Centaur. I think he's had such a high impact on this game, Small.
Yeah. 6, 2, and 7. They find another kill on the Joe Ranger, and now I think this tier 2 in mid will be falling before too long. And what has Naga been doing since he got that Radiance? He's
farming.
Just farming the
Split
jungle.
pushing.
Was that even a question? Of course he's farming. And he does have the Boots of Travel up as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, boots of travel, go for the thing like the Manta style, and then you're pretty much good to go. The other item you sometimes get for the split pushing Naga is the Lincolns, but there's nothing you really need Lincolns against this game.
yeah, not the best. I think just
bottom Centaur.
straight into Manta. Oh,
Centaur got a blink stun on 2 heroes there, but they both just immediately TP'd out afterwards. Hey, ultimate base, Guanzo. He gets hit. This is gonna be.
Will it be enough? I
yeah,
think he will.
Is it Aghanim Scepter? No, it doesn't matter. He's
So,
dead. It's a level 2 ulti. If it was level 1, it wouldn't have been enough, but level 2 gets him.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Team Dog, this game is more or less in the bag for them.
Woof woof. Yeah, about 12,000 gold, 12,000 experience. Naga top in the charts. Let's take a look at some net worth here. Pardon me, gold per minute. Only 600 on the Naga. Not that crazy. Not like the other game where we saw that Shadow Fiend at like 750 or something.
Yeah.
Although we're still only 18 minutes in, which is also...
Naga, like your peak of your GPM is around that 25 to 30 minute mark.
Okay.
But
so here we'll see some initiation. Dream Coil catches 4. Huge Dream Coil from MSS, and now the AA ulti flies. Misery actually gets interrupted as he tries to burn the freezing field. Maybe a bit too bold right there. It is only a 1-for-1 for now, but there's that Jigglypuff Song of the Siren. And they're going to try to line this up and grab some more kills. Pat Soul will be the first target of choice. Orb off the mark, but they still finish him off. Smug, he'll go straight for Guanzo. Double edge. Just too much damage. That's a 1-for-4.
yeah, Classic taps out, and yeah, there's this game well over by this point. There was nothing that Osiris could do. It's probably been over for a bit, but they wanted to just see if there'd be any mistakes coming their way. And Team Dog, first take down Cloud9 early on. They take down a slightly easier opponent in Osiris, but that's basically after a 9-minute loss against EG. This is a nice turnaround.
Yeah, that's that's a really good point. Last we saw them, it was that unfortunate game against Team Evil Geniuses. So that is game number of our 4 today for NA. Are we actually close to... Whoops, that's not the overlay I was looking for. Are we actually close to back on schedule here, Gods? Or are we still... I reckon we're still pretty delayed.
I think we're... Well, no, apparently we're back on schedule. EG versus Dignitas is meant to start in 26 minutes.
Oh, wow. So we have a little bit of a break here.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
That's a first.
Yeah, that's a first. So we made some recovery, and we'll be back. So, all right, guys, we've got 2 more games coming up. Up next will be Dignitas versus...
EG.
Dignitas, I just had it up on the overlay as well. Dignitas versus EG, and... yeah, we'll be back to cast it. So you guys get a little breather, then come on back for the remaining 2 games. I'm Zyori. With me today is Gods. Of course, we're from Beyond the Summit for Starladder Season 9 coverage. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. We hope to see you back here for the conclusion of today's matches.